Good morning, يا ولاد. If you hear my voice clear, could you please raise your hands or wave? Thank you. Somebody raised his hand, her hand. And the others are not hearing me. You don't hear my voice? If you hear me, please get your close-up books and open page 110. Do you hear me? Please, if you hear my voice, raise your hands or wave whatever you want. Yani, Ahmed Ibrahim is hearing. Okay, thank you. Mariam, who else? Could you please, the others, listen well or raise up the volume of your... Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to get you the first session for the A-level syllabus for you for prep 3. طبعا I'm not sure يعني الإكزام هيبقى شكله إيه في ال A-level. We are not sure until now, but we are going to do our best and give you the lessons, and you are going to study for your يعني to get the benefit of the language. Okay, إن شاء الله يعني we are going to have على حسب البلان بتاعنا units 9, 11 and 12. We are going to start by the first the lesson 9, unit 9, lesson 1, making a living. Okay. Before reading our text, all of you, are you? Do you open your? Did you open your book on page 110? Yani, if you are following, raise your hands. You should have your books with you. Okay, thank you. Type. Exercise A in the reading. Here in the yellow rectangle, you are going to find adjectives. They are pouring, and exciting, exhausting, manual, rewarding, stressful, and well-paid. These adjectives, you are going to يعني match them with the jobs followed by them, which are doctor, factory worker, journalist, office worker, photographer, sales assistant, and teacher. What do you think? If you please, Mariam Muhammad, I'm going to unmute you. What do you unmute yourself لو سمحتي يا مريم.
أيوة أنا أهو.
طيب تمام. What do you think? Which job of these match with these the adjectives? يعني what do you think doctor is going to be a boring job? Dead end. Do you know the meaning of all of them? Are they clear for you? Exciting, yes. Exhausting. Mm-hmm. What do you think doctor is going to match with which adjective?
Exciting.
Exciting. Maybe يعني بصي whatever you are going to choose is it's not wrong, it's not right. يعني انت شايفة the way it's your point of view. ماشي. Exciting. What else? Do you think it's going to be well-paid?
Maybe exhausting.
Exhausting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No? Exhausting or not?
It's exhausting, but not well paid.
Not well paid? الدكاترة بتكسب يا حبيبتي. طيب, it's okay. It's your point of view. Okay. Let's مثلا move to the factory worker. Lisa, unmute yourself. Thank you, Mariam, very much. Lisa?
I miss.
What do you think about factory worker? Boring? Manual? Using his hand or hand?
Dead end.
dead end. Thank you. I think so. يعني it's my point of view. يعني no developing in its يعني in the way of the factory worker, I think. طيب let's see a teacher like me. قولي بقى كل الكلام stressful exhausting كل اللي انت عايزاه. What do you think يا ليزا؟ ليزا I can't hear you. ليزا طيب let's move to محمد حسام. محمد unmute yourself. نعم الله عليك يا حبيبي. How are you? How are you يا محمد؟ محمد do you remember me؟ طب بلاش.
Yes.
Okay. What about teacher يا محمد؟
Teacher.
Stressful. Thank you. What else? Exciting. طب rewarding. الأساس جبت لي هدية عيد الأم أو حاجة. What do you think يا محمد؟ Okay. What else؟ كل الحاجات والله صدقني يا حبيبي.
ما أنا محتار برضه قلت كلهم ينفعوا.
كلهم ينفعوا. Thank you يا محمد. Mute yourself. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's يعني move to the next exercise يا ولاد. طبعا you should study these adjectives and I'm going to get some definitions for you. For example, stressful, a job makes you feel worried and nervous. Rewarding, it means making you feel satisfied because you are doing something useful for and important for the others. And you know the other meanings. If you don't know any of these, يعني underline it and check it in your or look up for it in your dictionaries. Okay, let's بعد كده هنشوف the next exercise. It's going to be C. بصوا يا ولاد, C. After we are going to hear or to listen to the text, you are going to match one of A or B or C after reading or after listening to the article about Michael Yamashita. Okay, which sentence best describes his attitude toward his job? Is he fine or does he find it exciting? He thinks it's well bad or it's stressful. After طبعا listening, we are going to I'm going to take your points of view. Okay, now you're going to listen to the text. بصوا بقى معايا. Before listening to the text برضو, you have exercise D. You're going to find that the paragraphs, there is in each paragraph a missing sentence. This sentence is going to be written in exercise D. You are going to join them or match them. Before طبعا يعني reading the text or listening to the text, you're going to look at them. You have here يا ولاد in your books طبعا in page 111 exercise D. You have sentence A. Then you are likely to read the captions and you will drawn into reading the whole story. B, but sometimes good fortune. You're talking about fortune or luck. Take care of the points. Number C, I followed them and they ended up in the schoolyard. And read them كده by yourselves for a second, and you're going to, we are going to listen to the text. طيب لو الصوت كويس يا اولاد بعد اذنكم raise your hands or wave عشان برضه اتاكد ان انتوا following me. مش عايز. Okay, thank you. Okay.
A Life in Pictures, an interview with Michael Yamashita by Sean Burnham. Michael.
Is it clear for you? Are you listening well to the text? Raise your hands if you please. يا ولاد طيب يعني could you please follow me؟ سامعين التكست كويس ولا ايه؟ طب again I'm going to try again.
Yamashita has combined his two passions of photography and travel for over 25 years as a photographer for National Geographic magazine. An assignment for a series of articles on Marco Polo took him from Venice through Iraq and Afghanistan to the islands of Southeast Asia. His other assignments have included traveling the length of the Great Wall of China and through Japan. To be a professional
عايزة اجيبها من يا ولاد we are going to try again.
photographer,
Listen.
Yamashita says, it's important to be in the right place to get the right subject at the right time. Professional photographers are paid an assignment for a series of pictures.
طيب.
An interview with
Now, do you hear me? Do you hear the text? Do you hear the audio of the text? يا ولاد raise your hands if you are get the sound.
Michael Yamashita by Sean Birmingham.
Okay, thank you.
Michael Yamashita has combined
Who
his
else?
two passions of photography and travel for over 20
صوت وصل كده يا ولاد؟ حد بقى يرد عليا كده؟ Raise your hands. صوت وصل. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Continue بقى. We are going to begin listening to the text. If you please listen well. تمام؟ وخلوا بالكم من exercise دي عشان نحله after listening. Okay.
25 years as a photographer for National Geographic magazine. In 1999, an assignment for a series of articles on Marco Polo took him from Venice through Iraq and Afghanistan to the islands of Southeast Asia. His other assignments have included traveling the length of the Great Wall of China and through Japan. To be a professional photographer, Yamashita says, it's important to be in the right place to get the right subject at the right time. Professional photographers are paid to be lucky, he notes.
Okay, if you please, Minna, unmute yourself and tell me what do you understand from this paragraph. Minna? Minna,
Yes,
are you following?
I didn't hear
You
the
didn't
text.
hear? It was
I
not
only hear
clear?
your voice.
You did, but your colleagues are hearing. What's wrong with you? طيب, let's see another one. طيب. لا, okay. Maya, unmute yourself, يا Maya, if you please. Did you hear the text? Maya?
سمعته بس يعني ما كنتش متابعة قوي مع الكلام.
الصوت واضح طيب؟
طيب
if you please لو سمحتي يعني pay attention. هنعيد تاني من الأول يا ولاد و unmute yourself. Thank you. بصوا يا ولاد عشان ما نبقاش تايهين while listening, we are talking about a photographer. His name is Michael Yamashita. He is a Japanese person. He works for the magazine National Geographic magazine. Okay, he is talking about his life. The first paragraph, He's talking about how he combined his two passions. The meaning of the word passion, it means something you love very much. Yeah. He loved photography and loved traveling over the world. Okay. We are going to listen again يا أولاد and pay attention with me لو سمحتوا عشان reading text كده يتفهم يعني. ولو سامعين ارفعوا ايديكم. اوكي. طيب بصوا مش عارفه اجيب الباراجراف الاولاني من الاول ف we are going to listen. طيب هنخرج ونطلع تاني. مش هتيجي من الاول. مش هتيجي من الاول.
A Life in Pictures. An interview with Michael
لو
Yamashita
سامعين بقى
by
raise your hand.
Sean Birmingham. Michael Yamashita has combined his two
Thank you.
passions of photography and travel for over 25
صوت واضح
years
يا ولاد.
as
Is
a
it clear?
photographer for National
Thank you, Malak.
Geographic magazine.
Who else?
In 1999, an assignment for a series of articles on Marco Polo
Thank
took
you.
him from Venice through Iraq and Afghanistan
Ahmed.
to the islands of Southeast Asia. His other assignments have included traveling the length of the Great Wall of China and through Japan. To be a professional photographer, Yamashita says, it's important to be in the right place to get the right subject at the right time. Professional photographers are paid to be lucky, he notes.
Okay.
Michael may be
From what we hear, Malak, if you please, unmute yourself and tell me what do you understand from this paragraph. Malak Bureka. Malak, are you following? Malak? Okay. Malak, you are not following. Minna, could you please unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Did you understand the paragraph?
Yes. He loves photography, and he's talking about how to. Yani everyone should learn it in the right place and in the right time.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Thank you, Habibti. Okay, we are going to continue listening. Okay, thank you. Mute yourself if you please.
paid to be lucky these days, but he hasn't spent the whole of his career as a photographer. I asked him how he had got interested in photography in the first place. I spent 4 years in Japan in the early 70s, and 2 of those years I was teaching, he replied. There was a huge demand in Japan for English, he says, and it was a great job. But the real reason I was there was to get in touch with my roots. Growing up in the United States with a Japanese name and face, I never really felt 100% American. So, after studying history in the States, I decided to go to Japan and have the experience of living there.
Okay, this paragraph is talking about his roots in Japan and how he felt homesick to his roots or origin. He told us that he wasn't very happy to be in America without by his Japanese name and face, and he decided to go to Japan and have experience of living there. Okay, are you following? If you please, if you are following, raise your hands. Nobody raised his hand or her hand. Are you following, يا ولاد? Thank you very much, Rudaina. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Ahmed Ibrahim. We are going to listen to paragraph 3. Continue. Be with me if you please.
So, did Michael buy his first camera while in Japan? I did, he says. Like every amateur, I bought a camera to basically record what I was seeing and doing, to send pictures back to family and friends. I spent some time learning about it, and I just got really obsessed by the whole process. As my pictures got better, people told me I should show them to other photographers, he explained. Eventually, he met an agent and decided he wanted to be a professional, and he hasn't looked back since.
Okay, in this paragraph, يا ولاد, you see how he started to be a photographer by buying a camera and using it as a hobby to send back the pictures to his family and friends. Then he loved this job very much, and eventually, finally, he met an agent and decided to be a professional, how to take it as a job. Okay, now we are going to complete listening.
So, what is the secret to Michael's success? I was curious to know what
الناس اللي مش معايا يا ولاد، احنا بدأنا في النص التاني من البيج. Okay, from at the beginning. So what? Look at your labs or your phones, or look at your books, whatever you want. يعني be with me. يعني بأي شكل لو سمحتوا read the text with me.
he thought made a good photograph. In the case of National Geographic magazine, I like to call them page stoppers. They are pictures with such great visual impact that the viewer has to stop turning the pages. You're arrested by the framing, the light, the color, or the subject, and you stare at it. For me, that is an ideal picture. I asked him which photo.
Okay. Here, بص يا ولاد, he explains how he was attracted to photography. In the magazine, National Geographic magazine, he felt that the pictures are like real, by great visual impact. The viewer has not stopped turning. How he was obsessed and attracted to these pictures, and how he was arrested. It means, يعني, do you know, arrest? It means to be to put someone in a prison. It means to arrest somebody. It means, يعني, هو felt that he was arrested in the whole field of the photography. Okay, you have the meaning here in your book. Arrest in the focus word focus, sorry, to make somebody notice something and pay attention to it. Okay, continue reading.
From his career he was particularly fond of. One time, I was in a little village in Tajikistan, waiting to shoot something at sunrise for an article on Marco Polo, he said. I was wandering about with nobody around when I saw a kid walking down the road. Then, more kids joined him. By then, the sun was rising behind me. It was extremely bright and focused on those kids. If you look at that picture, the shadow is right behind them. That means that they can't see me because I'm in the glare of the sun. So I got a very natural picture of them preparing for school in incredible light. So what drives Michael to achieve excellence in his field? He told me that there wasn't much economic motivation given the difficulty in selling pictures. So I asked him what he thought it took to become a great photographer. What it takes is basically passion. Especially today, with competition being what it is, to be a success, you really have to eat and drink photography. It's passion that drives you forward. And if there's one thing that Michael Yamashita certainly has, its passion for his art.
Okay. Now, if you please, يعني I'm not seeing you, all of you. طيب, Malak, unmute yourself and tell me. Malak. طيب, Tasneem, unmute yourself. Tasneem.
أيوة.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you listen to the text?
Oh,
طيب, هسألك one question بس. From your from what you read, what makes Michael involved in this job? يعني أكتر حاجة خلته to be involved in this job. Money مثلا ولا نعم.
because it was exciting, it was his passion.
Very good, excellent. دي الكلمة يا ولاد اللي أنا عايزة بس أسمعها. It was his passion, his love, and his يعني the only thing attracted him in the world to be a photographer. أو the photos was attracted him, and it was his passion to be a photographer. And that what made him a successful man in his profession or on his job. Okay, now, could you please, thank you very much, Tasneem, unmute yourself, thank you, and look at exercise D and take care. لو سمحتوا, we are going to do it quickly. We have here the sentences اللي المفروض نكملها يعني. A, then you are lucky to read the caption. The caption, it means words written under the picture to explain it, okay? And be drawn into reading the whole story. What do you think, يا ولاد? Which paragraph we are going to put this missing sentence? Is it paragraph 1, 2, 3, or we have 6 paragraphs here? Who wants to answer? Thank you, Mariam. Unmute yourself, يا Mariam, لو سمحتي.
6.
A is going to be. Let's look at paragraph 4. It's talking about he's curious about the photography, and we have بصي الbeginning والending of the line. The color or subject you stare at it. المفروض بقى الbeginning هنا تبقى A اللي هي then you are likely to read the caption. After staring at this, you are going to feel that you're going you have to read the captions. Yeah, I think it's 4. Who agree with me? يعني we are going to put A, letter A beside number 4. Who agree? Raise your hands لو سمحتوا if you agree with me. Thank you very much. We have here Alia. Alia, if you please unmute yourself. Are you following?
أيوة miss.
If you please, number B or letter B. Where shall we put it? In which paragraph? We said now that letter A, we are going to put it or complete paragraph 4. B, بقى, what do you think? طب نشوف شوية. Very good. One. 1B. Excellent. Thank you. We are going to continue sentence, but sometimes good fortune. In paragraph 1, he was talking about his luck to be a good photographer. We have here type. Who will will go to answer number 3 or C يعني هنحطها فين? Raise your hands if you please. Minna, okay. Minna, quickly if you please mute yourself. Huh? Minna?
5.
C5, excellent, very good. Thank you very much. Bravo. Who else going to share لو سمحتوا يلا؟ Still we have يلا D. What do you think? The more I got into photography, the more I loved it. Okay, which word talk about this love or this passion? We have here يا أولاد بصوا in paragraph 3 the word obsessed by. Okay, what the meaning of obsessed by? Obsessed by, it means to be attracted or love something very much. Okay, what do you think بقى? طيب 3 is going to be matched with Muhammad Hussein. Okay, unmute yourself.
3 هتبقى D.
Thank you very much. 3 هتبقى D. Thank you. طيب continue بسرعة بقى. D E, but he was never driven by material gain, sorry. Huh? What do you think? E. طب I'm going to answer E. Is going to be where? Let's see the answers. We have here 1B, 2G, 3D, 4A, 5C, and 6. 6 is going to be F, okay? Next. Can we do this exercise quickly? Exercise E, أولاد. A job from your text. What does it mean? In paragraph 1, you can read paragraph 1 quickly and get me a word synonym to the word job. What do you think? الناس تصحصح شوية يا ولاد يلا. الزوم هيخلص علينا يلا. طب number 2, isn't amateur. What do you think the word amateur means? Crazy about. ماشي. مريم, unmute yourself and tell me.
Number 1, assignment.
Very good. Excellent, ya Mariam. Number 1, assignment. Number 2, do you know it? Okay. Who knows, ya ولاد? Amateur?
No.
It's a new word for you. It means professional. Okay? Good at his job. Okay? Professional. Number 3, Mariam, be with me. What do you think about crazy about? In paragraph 3. Hi, Mariam, unmute yourself and answer. What do you think? Crazy about?
1 minute.
Take your time, يا حبيبتي.
Paragraph 3.
Can I help you? It's going to be the word obsessed by. Obsessed
Professional?
by. Obsessed by.
Where?
In paragraph 3. بصي عدي معايا 1 2 3 4 5 line 5. Okay? هتلاقي the word obsessed by, it means crazy about, love very much. Okay. Representative, what do you think? Paragraph 3, agent, okay? And you have taken with, it means particular, fond of. Write the answers in your books, يا أولاد. And the last one, his reason for doing, it means motivation. His motivation for doing something that he loves it. Okay? Thank you very much, يا أولاد, for attending, and see you next Monday, God wills, إن شاء الله. Okay, study the words very well and study these exercise and the vocab, answer vocab 1 in your workbook. Thank you very much.